A very warm good morning. We welcome you all for the Alumni Connect. Insurance is a way to manage your risk. When you buy insurance, you purchase a protection against the unexpected financial loss. Insurance is a contract between the two parties, that is the insurer and the insured. It is presented as a policy to be used as a risk management tool to ensure the financial protection at the time of crisis. To know more about this, we have with us today Mr. Vasudevan Mahavishnu, Associate Regional Manager at ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company. We welcome you, sir. I would also welcome a beloved director, Dr. AGV Narayan. We welcome you, sir. Finally, I would welcome a faculty members, students of DJME and other institutions, and all other participants from industry and academia. Now, I call my friend David Anthony of 2nd MBA to introduce the speaker.
Good morning to all. Today's speaker, Mr. Vasudevan Mahavishnu, Associate Regional Manager at ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company, Coimbatore. Completed his schooling in Perth Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Business Management from Kongunadu Arts and Science College, MBA in Marketing and Finance from DJ Academy for Managerial Excellence. Overall, 18 years experience in the field of insurance. Started his career as Agency Manager at ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited. In 2006, branch head agency at Reliance Life Insurance Company. In 2008, worked as senior branch manager at ICICI Prudential Life Insurance. From 2015, rejoined at ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited as associate regional manager for Trichy, Tanjore, Pudukkottai, Kumbakonam, and Karu agency channel. Now, I request the speaker to take over the session.
So, good morning, students. Good morning, dignitaries, Director Narayanan sir, Professor Sriraman, Professor Savitri Madam, for inviting me for this session. It's always an honor and a privilege to interact with the DJ Academy students and as well as the faculty members. I could able to recollect my memories during my stint with DJ way back in 2002 to 2004, and I could able to see this wonderful organization evolving, growing, and I should thank all my I take this opportunity to thank all my professors, lecturers during those time who has groomed us all together, prepared as well to suit the industry expectation. I'm sure today I could able to share my experience from the life insurance industry as such, and there are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of opportunities. All my 18 years of life insurance experience, it is a roller coaster kind of an experience. We have seen ups and downs during my stint with ICICI Prudential as well as with this industry. So probably I could able to give some insight from a management student's view, like whether this industry will suit you in the coming days. I'm sure there have been a lot of final year students also would have been part of this session. So probably I could able to give some gist about life insurance as a product, how it's been perceived pre-pandemic and how it is currently looked into the post-pandemic, and what are all the challenges. I have prepared a small presentation, and I would like to have a participation kind of a session, rather me continuously sharing my insights. So feel free, friends, whenever you have some insight or any clarification or anything which you wanted to ask, I think you can do that. Okay, so give me a moment. I'll just share the presentation. Professor Sriraman sir, I think I have the rights to.
Yes, sir. You have the rights, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You have the right, sir. Yeah, perfect, sir.
Yeah. So friends, to begin with, I could share some insight about ICICI Prudential Life Insurance as a company. I'm sure a few of the members would have done some groundwork or will be browsing some information about my company, ICICI Prudential Life. So to just give a brief, ICICI Prudential is a company with a AUM of 2.37 lakhs crore with high market share in terms of premium as well as sum assured in the private life insurance space. And the claim settlement ratio for any life insurance company that showcases the kind of quality of business which a life insurance company underwrite. So ours is close to 98 percentage, and our average days to settle the claim is 1.4 days. And during the COVID, there have been a lot of challenges to meet out this the settlement claim, which I'm going to share those experience during the presentation. The solvency ratio, which is government regulatory, as per the IRDA, the mandate is 150%, where our company is currently around 199%. So this also shows how a company's cash flow for the long-term debts or obligations to settle the claims. So that shows the healthy financials of any company. And of course, ICICI Prudential has evolved all these years, over 21 years into the private life insurance space. It has customized products in terms of clients' need and requirement. So with a good technology infrastructure, end-to-end, complete on the digital platform. So ICICI Prudential has evolved over from the physical to the digital transformation much before the COVID, which has hit us. And of course, we have a wonderful investment team in terms of in our fixed income. This is also a highlight with ICICI Prudential. In our fixed income investment, we don't have any slippages or any defaults or any NPAs, which shows the kind of research our fund management team does across all these years. So friends, this is about ICICI Prudential, and let me give a glimpse about the life insurance as a product before I move into the opportunity or challenges. Okay. So the ifs of living too long. If we are living too long, of course, there will be high aspirations. We have very high responsibilities when we live very long years. And of course, it will be a very high cost of living. So are the life savings and investments are enough? One should ask ourselves whether our life savings and investments will take care if we live to longer period. No more dependent on our kids or the grand kids. Those are the days are gone, and hope everyone will agree on that. And similarly, there is one more if, that is dying too early. Okay, if somebody die too early, there is unfulfilled responsibilities, unfinished business, financial loss for the company, for the family. As everybody is an income generator to the family, there will be a huge financial loss. So is there an immediate alternate source of income for the family if somebody die too early? Answering these two ifs, living too long or dying too early, Life insurance is the only product which covers you if you live too long or die too early. Your risk, your every risk is covered. Okay, and this is overall the need of a product called life insurance, which from the student community, maybe when you join your first job, when you start earning income, maybe the need of life insurance might arise. So friends, let me put some insight on the life insurance during the COVID-19 days. The Indian life insurance as well as the health insurance during the second wave of COVID has given this industry uh, a small marginal advantage across other financial savings. If you could able to see that there is a survey where 28% of the urban Indians have preferred life insurance as a preferred asset class. Next comes the fixed deposits and then the health insurance. So if you could able to see life insurance is 28%, health insurance is 25%, almost 50%, 50 over 50% people bought life and health insurance during the second wave of COVID. Naturally, there will be a fear factor and the demand for these products has shooted up. So with this background of the COVID, you all know that when the first wave of COVID, there was a national lockdown in the month of March, April, and May, where every industry, the overall economic activity was not there. Okay, and in spite of those period, the health insurance was growing in March, April, May, vis-a-vis the previous year. Okay, but when the national lockdown has some relaxation, and when that particular financial year, that is 2020 and 21, when the economic activity was revived, the first industry which grew, which has shown double digit was life insurance. When that particular year exited, which was almost 32% growth happened for life insurance, and 14% growth happened for general insurance. So one way COVID has given a kicker for the life and general insurance, in spite of there have been a lot of challenges which other industries have faced. You would have heard news about salary cuts, job loss, which this particular industry, life and general insurance per se, where it was like an ulta. There was not a kind of a salary cut, or there was not any firing. So this COVID has given an advantage for these particular industry to grow. And there were one more interesting fact is the impact of COVID in terms of claims. For that financial year, that is during the first wave, ICICI Prudential registered a claim of worth 354 crore. That is during the first wave. And for this, during the second wave and third wave, of course, the final numbers have not yet come for the last financial year. It was like 1,119 crore was registered during only the first quarter. Predominantly was the second wave period. This is the COVID claim registered with ICICI Prudential. That was being expected, like the previous year, the COVID claims, we were being expecting almost 5 times more than the first wave. So all companies, all life insurance companies have made a lot of provisions to settle the COVID claims. And that made a lot of challenges in terms of product pricing, in terms of issuance, in terms of underwriting. So that has hampered a lot of other sections of the life insurance companies, the entire product team has revisited the mortality rates which they are charging the customer. Okay, so friends, the COVID, one way it has gave the expected growth during this adverse period in terms of a fear factor. There was a natural demand happened. The other way around, COVID has impacted a lot of companies' financials in terms of death claims, which is still a work in progress, where a lot of companies are settling the claims, and a lot of provisions are made. That has adversely impacted the profitability of any life insurance company. So with this thing in the background, one more information I would like to just share. This is just information about the bank FD rates, which has come down since 1996 till the last year. It is in the declining trend, and which will expected to again come down. Okay, and this is an opportunity where this asset class slowly moving into other financial asset class in the available rates. And when we look into fixed deposits or the interest rates across the world, it is again a declining trend, right from the US, UK, Germany, the entire developed economies also had a declining trend in the interest rates. That has always given a advantage for the other financial asset class. Okay, and coming back to the claims of because of arised out of COVID first wave and second wave, reinsurer, any life insurance company will do a reinsurance with there are a lot of companies, global companies available in the market. So we share a risk of say 60-40 or 80-20 between reinsurers and our company. So in order to at the time of adverse situations like COVID, that will actually help the company so that the claim or claim settlement are met in a very fashioned manner. So the second wave has pushed the claims for life insurance companies for between 5 to 10 times since April 2021. And most of the death claim came because of COVID. And what happens, the reinsurance challenges is either to increase the price in terms of the product which is being offered, and of course the stringent underwriting. Earlier, when there is any life insurance is applied, the turnaround time for getting that policy in force or getting it converted into a active policy, it will be 1 or 2 days is the turnaround time. Whereas which has, because of this hardship times, the turnaround time itself has increased between 5 days. And there are instances where it has gone 30-40 days because of a lot of adverse health reasons of clients which we insure. So based on the mortality experience and the COVID pandemic, the entire product has been product charges has been revised multiple times during the first, second, and third wave of COVID. And one more information which I can share, this has also been covered in almost all media, national media as well as regional media. During the first 9 months of the last financial year, ICICI Prudential has settled a claim close to 982 crore. This is purely COVID-related claims. And of course, this would have been shared between our company as well as the reinsurers whom we have already got tied up. And this is a report card of the overall industry. Overall industry during 2020 and 21, the claim in terms of received in terms of value is like somewhere around 28,227 crores put together of all life insurance company, including LIC. So, friends, at this juncture, any views or any questions you have? I've just covered something about life insurance as a product, and during the COVID time, how the growth in premium happened for both life insurance and general insurance, and because of the claims, how it has affected most of the life insurance company as well as general insurance company. Yeah. So when it comes to challenges and opportunities in life insurance industry, let me talk about the overall market outlook challenges. Everybody would have closely watched the global scenario which is prevailing, the geopolitical developments which is hitting us very hard, Ukraine and Russia, and the high commodity prices, the crude, the inflation, everything has affecting us locally. Hike in interest rates by US and other major central banks also will result in volatility in terms of markets. And the domestic challenge, if we look into the domestic challenge, there are a lot of IPOs are coming in, and which will definitely pull out the liquidity, and the huge borrowing program which Government of India has announced for the current financial year. So volatility will with the downward is likely to happen across the Asian markets or the emerging markets. So still there is an uncertain global trends is happening. This is about the overall market outlook, and from the challenges to the opportunities, India's GDP growth would be faster than any other major emerging markets. You would agree on that. People who are watching the GDP estimates by various projections by various rating agencies. I'm sure India will be standing tall among the emerging markets. And recently, you would have seen the news about the tax collection, be it GST or the personal taxation. That is the best in terms of the last 10 years. So these are all the opportunities which we could able to see that India will pull up the rebound in terms of economic growth will happen from India among the emerging economies. And friends, there are still some uncertainties. We might not know what will happen. Be it the Russian-Ukraine issue or the Sri Lankan crisis, which we are witnessing recently, there is an issue happening in Pakistan as well, neighboring countries. A lot of adverse uncertainty prevailing globally, and of course, there is, because of these global impact, there is a chance of deglobalization, trade blocks, energy crisis, the inflation might skyrocketing, and which we are witnessing the crude price rise. Because of that, petrol and diesel prices have started increasing. So there might be a change of interest rate environment, and of course, the new coronavirus variant has hit us. We got the news now a couple of days back. A new Omicron variant has reached Mumbai, and there is one more variant of Delta Cron that has also been spotted across. So we might not know what will happen, whether this is an endemic or still there is some more waves might hit us. We might not know. So giving these factors in on the background, there is always an opportunity for life insurance in India, because the sum assured as a percentage of GDP is one of the lowest. In this slide, if you could able to see, India is at only 19% in terms of sum assured as a percentage of GDP. Whereas all the developed economies, be it Singapore, Japan, US, or the other emerging markets like Malaysia, Thailand, South Korea, everybody have sufficient number of contribution percentage on their GDP. Whereas India is at only 19%. There is a huge opportunity. The second, within the slide, the addressable population. Insurance as a product cannot be given to everybody, each and everybody, or the entire population of India. So there is a human life value associated with the life insurance product which can be offered. So we have taken from the income tax department that people who have filed their annual income is within 2.5 lakhs, that is above 2.5 lakhs. So within that population, that is the addressable population taken from the income tax department, we are only 10% of retail protection policies have been covered. 90% of the policies, 90% of the population have not been insured. You will agree that income tax, while during filing the income tax, if somebody has taken an insurance, they would have declared it in their ATC tax benefit. So, which means 90% of the people who have filed income tax, they have not claimed the ATC section, which means they have declared that they don't have any life insurance policy. So that is a huge opportunity for the industry to penetrate. This is a population which is an addressable population which can be insured. And similarly, the protection gap, the term insurance which we are speaking, there is a huge gap vis-a-vis other emerging markets. So protection as an opportunity for all life insurance company. And one more interesting slides, which I think it has been taken from an RBI report. So where Indians will save. So can I have some participation from the students community? Where your parents will save their money?
Sir, in a fixed deposit.
Okay.
Then, like if it is my mom, she would save in terms of gold.
Okay, that's good.
Then my dad, they will invest in land, buildings. Like.
Okay, good. Any other alternate? There will be a lot of saving avenues available for our parents, for our grandparents. Lot of options available, right? Any other alternate views, friends?
Investing on chit funds.
Okay, chit funds is a good option. Okay, most of our parents or grandparents will do. And similarly, your missed post office is also a good option in terms of savings. Okay, in this slide, it shows like the majority of Indians saves through real estate. And then comes to the financial assets. Financial assets is only just 5%. Gold, again, it is 17%. And durables is somewhere around 10%. Okay, so within this financial assets of 5%, there is a breakup. I doubt whether the screen is visible in terms of percentage.
Yeah, so in terms of yeah, it's visible, sir. We'll have to know in the. You mean in the pie chart, sir?
Yeah, in the pie charts.
No.
Okay, I could not able to see. I think there is a technical.
My chart
glitch.
is not visible.
Yeah.
No.
So,
We
but I
couldn't
can
see.
tell-
Yeah.
Yeah, I can share. So within this 5% of financial assets, as most of the financial asset class have been shared by one of our friend. So predominantly goes into fixed deposits. There is insurance funds. There is currency. There is something called 14% of the savings goes into provident and pension funds. Okay, which means there is a huge opportunity in terms of retirement solutions, which most of the life insurance companies offer in terms of pension products. Already you would have heard about NPS, National Pension Schemes, wherein those schemes will help to accumulate a corpus. And finally, the pension providers like ICICI Prudential, Life, LIC, there are 8 pension providers who are all life insurance companies as well. So the pension option are available with these 8 companies. So there is a huge opportunity for this 14% of provident and pension funds, because all these funds can be taken either, it cannot be taken out as a lump sum post retirement. There will be a mandatory pension which a person or a subscriber who has done with this particular asset class. So there is a huge opportunity for retirement solutions, where among the insurable population, only 10% of the population actively saves for retirement. So there is a huge opportunity. One, on the protection front. 2, on the retirement savings, there is a huge opportunity still untapped for the life insurance companies. And finally, the favorable demographies, which again India is enjoying, the large growing population, that is a huge base for life insurance companies to penetrate. Okay, and similarly, the high share of working population, that is also will help all life insurance companies to again further penetrate, explore, offer different set of product segments to different age group. So this favorable demographies will help all life insurance companies to further grow in the coming decades. So friends, there are some 8 challenges which I have listed it. I'll quickly run through it. Okay. So there is an increasing demand gap between multi-generation customer bases. Okay. There is a gap. Say if ICICI Prudential has to reach out a person aged between 40 to 50. Okay. So we need to go through a traditional distribution channel, like an agent goes and meet this set of people 40 to 50, or through our bank tie-ups. We have tied up with some 10 banks across India, wherein we can penetrate into that segment. Whereas in order to reach a person aged say 20 to 30, we need to be very highly had a good technological through website or through app, mobile app, to reach out the younger age group, probably reach out them in any of the social media, being an Instagram or a Facebook or a Twitter. So to reach out these kind of generation, a company need to work out really well so that a set of segments doesn't get missed out. Okay, so the increasing demand between the gap between the generation is a big challenge for any life insurance company to cater. And in terms of technology, in terms of systems, in terms of digital platform, every day there is a enhancement and improvement is happening. If we are not sound at the technological support, we will be out of the game for a set of segmented age group. And similarly, a growing concern over privacy of customer data. That is also a real challenge for organizations like large companies like us. 20 years, we have 20 years over 5 million customer bases, active customer bases. In order to, our business intelligence team used to come up with a lot of data points to reach out, to upsell, to cross-sell to this existing customer base, and of course to protect those customer bases which is not being tapped by other companies. And of course there is another challenge in terms of the strain of the COVID-19 which I have highlighted, that is still there. One way more claims might come and hit us, and similarly there is a lot of the socio-political disturbances across our neighboring territory that is also there, wherein our product might get adversely affected, our life equity mix and the debt mix also purely dependent on the market volatility. So one way on the COVID has increased the protection awareness and the need. There have been a lot of young and mid-income segment has voluntarily come and participated in the protection product, and they have bought the protection products of life insurance companies through completely online. During the first, second lockdown period, there have been a shoot up of our buy online sales, which has almost doubled or tripled when the entire country was locked down. Our buy online platform was very busily selling policies to the mid-income as well as the young segment. So this is also traditionally insurance is a push product. Nobody cares to purchase a life insurance. Nobody cares to purchase a life insurance policy unless otherwise it is pushed either through an agent or a banker. Now, post this pandemic, it has become a pull product. There is a natural demand happening across. So I can bifurcate pre-pandemic and post-pandemic in life insurance sector. Pre-pandemic, there have been a lot of offline meetings, documentations happening offline, and post-pandemic, it was like completely digital transformation. Person need not meet, or there is no physical signature is required to issue a life insurance policy. Everything can done completely on a digital platform. Even medicals up to a certain level of sum assured, our doctor team will do a direct video verification with the clients and complete the medicals over the digital platform. And if there is any physical samples has to be taken, that also will be done through on a complete home collection module. So very less firing. As I was hinting that there are a lot of job loss, salary cut happening in other industries where life insurance companies were hiring. We have been hiring people across all these three during these three COVID waves. We have been doing digital meetings for hiring people. We have been onboarding people on a digital. We had the new joinees on onboarding training happened completely on digital. We met our new joinees post 3 months or 4 months after lockdowns. Everything that happened during this lockdowns, and of course the normal settlements and reinsurers rate has been hiked. That is the only thing where customer needs to pay the premium extra for the protection cover which they are buying post pandemic. And from a push, it's been a pull product, and a lot of awareness has been built upon life insurance as a product per se. So friends, to summarize, what I would, being part of this industry, I could able to foresee this industry will continue to grow on a double digit unless you all know that there is a business cycle. There is this private life insurance space in India is somewhere around 21 years. And we were all thinking that there might be a flat growth for next 5-6 years. Suddenly this pandemic has brought us a double-digit growth across all life insurance companies. And with the kind of untapped potential in the Indian insurable population, I foresee next 10 to 15 years, this life insurance industry should register double-digit growth, and the people who are associated with this industry will continue to grow. So, friends, I hope I have shared some information related to the life insurance industry challenges, threats, and the opportunities, and how life insurance companies managed the COVID threat as an opportunity and registered growth over these 2.5 to 3 years. And you have any queries pertaining to the industry, pertaining to the company, or pertaining to anything which lingering in your mind, please you can ask. I'm there to take your Q&A.
Thank you, Vasudevan. Very well explained with lots of insights, lots of statistics on the insurance industry front. I do have a couple of queries, then subsequently I leave the space to my students.
Yes.
Can we go ahead with that?
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
please.
We could see a clear repositioning in terms of insurance products are concerned. Initially, they were talking about insurance as a tax-saving instrument. Then subsequently, all the companies, they have started talking about the savings instrument or the protection instrument kind of. Now, may I know what is the scenario right now?
This tax saving is no more relevant.
Relevant.
Current,
That's right.
We no more go and approach a client insisting that there is a tax benefit of ATC where you can go up to 1.5 lakhs, because most of the customers have been covered either through their kids' tuition fees or their PF. For that matter, there have been a lot of options available in the market. The only other thing is the maturity proceeds out of an insurance is still tax-free in India.
Right.
Particularly the savings product, which comes as a tax-free proceeds to a customer. Whereas the other financial asset class, be it mutual funds or stocks, equity, FD, RD, postal, everything is taxed at some point of time. Either the interest or the maturity proceeds or the capital gains is being taxed. So still in India, insurance as a life insurance product have that enjoying the tax benefit. We call it as 1010D. The maturity proceeds is tax-free to the customer. So we might not know how long the government will give this tax benefit to life insurance as a product. Probably, as we have seen a lot of in the few slides, the penetration is still low in India. The gap is still high in India. So once that gap is bridged, maybe government will definitely look into it and remove the tax benefit for a life insurance product.
Right. Okay.
And you were asking one more question, sir.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, I was talking about the repositioning. You have answered it. The second one, if I remember right, IRDA came out with some regulations on the rural obligations, which are supposed to be met by all the insurance companies. A certain percentage of the business should be coming only from the rural area. Again, rural is also defined by IRDA. What is rural all about? Are those obligations still existing?
Yes, sir. Still,
Ah.
there is such obligation is there.
Okay.
Hope you remember during the first term of the BJP government came in, where
Okay.
they mandated an insurance cover for all savings bank accounts, a 2 lakh cover for an insurance premium of 215 rupees, I guess.
Okay.
That is also still there. And
Okay.
similarly, there are smaller sum assured, which is a mandatory as regulated by IRDA, where we should cover the rural. We got a product called rural. I mean, it's not rural in sense. It's a small ticket sum assured. The
Right.
sum assured
Okay.
itself will be 10,000 rupees.
Yeah.
The premium will be somewhere around 100 rupees or 70 rupees.
Okay.
Actually, this is a costly, the expense ratio, if we work it out, it is a loss-making proposition for any life insurance company. But
Yeah.
because of the IRDA's mandated requirement,
Yeah.
there is a separate team works
Right.
on this social obligation products.
Okay.
So we reach out to those villages, to those rural markets, and there's a target that has been achieved by most of the life insurance companies.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But that is also like not relevant to the current cost of living. A 10,000 rupees sum assured policy, if some breadwinner dies,
Okay.
that 10,000 is nothing to that family.
Nothing
And,
to the. That's right.
maybe IRDA should relook in terms of increasing the premium or the sum assured for that such products. But it is still there.
Okay. Okay. My third and last question. There seems to be some aversion among the MBA students in joining insurance industry, in shaping up their career in insurance industry. Have you witnessed that? That's my question number one. Question number two, collectively as an industry, have you started addressing that issue, or did you address that issue?
Yeah. So like what happens when a fresher comes in to an insurance company, joins into a sales team, particularly I should bifurcate joining into a sales department and the other department. I think none of these students will have aversion in joining other departments, being an operations or being a part of a product or a investment team, where I think there is an aversion in sense like selling. There is a notion selling life insurance policy is the toughest job available.
Yeah.
And this is the industry where we need to face a lot of no's when we go and meet people. So addressing this as an issue, there have been an aversion happening. So what ICICI Prudential as a company, where we have done with the fresher, particularly people who have completed their management program, there are a lot of distribution channel available within the company. So we normally put them in a channel called bank assurance.
Okay.
Where they need to go and pitch a product in the for the bank customer that do in their bank premises.
Yes. Yes.
The no's or the objections will be very minimal to start with the bank assurance channel, because there will be a very strong relationship for the customers with the bank. The customer cannot say no to the banker, and if a banker refer a lead to a salesperson, the chances of closure will be very high. So this, which means the success for a new joinee, particularly a person who have completed MBA, joining with the bank assurance department, if he stays for a year, I'm sure the person will enjoy cherishing their life with a life insurance company. So still it is a challenge, sir. We are also experimenting them, putting with some different departments, getting them exposed to a very less no-facing kind of a customer. And similarly, we also put them as a, for a certain set of institution, we hire them as a management trainee.
Okay.
Their rating is protected for 2 years. Irrespective of
okay.
their performance,
Their
rating is protected for 2 years. So which means they will be put into different departments. They will be exploring the success, the no's, the downtrends, everything. But they will ensure that the 2 years they will be getting top rating during their performance appraisal, so that their annual increment or the bonus is secured. So by the way, organizations also trying to have talent and retain talent, particularly with the new joinees, because that is a challenge across the industry. Because one thing I was mentioning, all the private life insurance companies have almost 21 years in the Indian market. People who have joined in the year 2000 to 2005 or 2006, or at the age bracket of say 40 to 50, another 10 years, those people will be in the verge of retirement. And of course, these insurance companies need to attract new talents. That is also there. In fact, we have restricted in terms of hiring people under age. We will not hire a person beyond 30 years for certain roles. We want younger people to come and join us, where they can bring in a lot of high energy, lot of alternate thoughts. So that is always a challenge. Companies also giving a lot of cushioning for people who have joined, coming as a fresher. That if that particular person could not able to meet their expected role, they give other departments different markets. If they are willing to travel across, explore some different cities, so that and all is that. What I could be able to conclude is in terms of this thing, sir, there is opportunity available across. If people are ready to move and work in Mumbai or metro cities like Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, they will have a lot of options. It is not only opportunities in sale. Today, we have huge requirements in our business intelligence team. Then the only requirement is they need to have speak Hindi. They need to be based out of Mumbai. But the problem is we don't find such profiles in team.
Thank you, Vasu. Looking forward to see you at the campus for the campus recruitment.
Sure, sir. Pleasure.
Thank you. Over to the students, please.
Sir, a few students have raised some hands. I will call one by one.
Please.
Nikhilesh Madhav, you can ask.
Good morning, sir. I'm Nikhilesh Madhav. So, my question is, what are my other questions asked by customers while marketing insurance policies and products to them, sir?
Okay. Your question is when I go and meet a customer for selling a life insurance policy, what are the major objections you will encounter, right?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Probably, if I'm not addressing the need of that particular customer, a need in sense, need for a life insurance product. Either that person should require a life insurance product to cover some risk. Risk can be anything, or to cover some life goals. Okay, you take my example. I'm a 41-year-old person, I'm married, having 2 daughters. If I have been given a proposal for securing my daughter's education, okay, can I ask you a question, Nikhilesh? What is the cost of education in DJAM today? Overall 2 years.
Sorry, sir, I'm not audible, sir.
The cost of doing an MBA program in DJ Academy for 2 years.
Sir, around 3 lakh.
Okay. It is only 3 lakh.
Yes.
3 lakh 50, sir. 3 lakh to 3 lakh 50.
Okay, 3 lakh to 3 lakh 50. Okay. See, next 20 years, if somebody wants to do an MBA program, do you think this same 3.5 lakhs will be suffice?
No, sir.
Okay. So probably if somebody address me, say with an inflation at 6 to 8% in next 15 years, the cost of an education doing an MBA in with the current 3.5 lakhs, if I calculate, somewhere around 25 to 30 lakhs. So if I have a proposition where next 15 years, some 35 lakhs corpus comes into my kitty for my daughter's education, I might be interested. Okay. What I'm meaning is like the need has to be created. As a salesperson, if I could able to understand my customer's need, and I come up with a product, I'll be seeing a lesser number of objection from the client per se. And majority of the times, why a person says no is like he might not have that kind of a cash flow to invest or to a well financial goal is not connected with the customer. If that has been connected with the customer, I'm sure selling a life insurance policy shouldn't be a problem. Rather than, I'll put it across like this. As a salesperson, I should able to identify which person will not give me the check, or which person will not be able to give a life insurance policy to me. By the way of meeting the person and doing the initial set of discussion, I might able to figure it out whether this person is going to give me a life insurance policy or not. By asking some basic questions, understanding about his lifestyle, understanding about his family, and understanding about his debts and liabilities, where if I could able to give a product or offer a product, I could able to figure it out whether this person is suitable for a life insurance product or not. Hope I have answered you, Niklesh.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir.
The crux is try to create a need for the customer and position a product, rather just going and meeting a client and discussing about a product that will not make a successful client meeting.
Yes, thank you, Niklesh. Sanjay, you can ask a question.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hi, Sanjay.
Hi, sir. I have one doubt, sir.
Sanjay, கொஞ்சம் சத்தமா பேசுறீங்களா? கொஞ்சம்
I have one doubt, sir. This is not a question, but sir, can a person take 2 life insurance policies and claim for both, sir?
Yeah, you can.
Same insurance.
See, it is not like general insurance. General insurance, probably you should not get confused with the general insurance. Assuming you have a bike, you have an insurance, or you have a car, you have an insurance. Only one insurance you'll be having, or you might have a mediclaim with multiple companies, but you can make only one claim. Okay, life insurance is not like that. I will purchase 4 or 5 policies for different need. Probably for my retirement need, I might have a policy on a long-term basis. I have a home loan cover, a home loan outstanding debt of 2 crore. So I will have an exclusive policy to cover that risk. I have a plan to cover my daughter's education. My daughter wanted to have an education in next 15 to 20 years, where the cost of education, I've calculated it somewhere around 75 to 1 crore. So currently my life is insured for assuming say 5 to 6 crores with 4 or 5 different policies. If death happens, the insurer is bound to settle all these claims. Okay.
And one more, sir.
Yeah, Sanjay.
Sir, can a beneficiary claim the policy if the policy holder has been missing for multiple years, sir?
Your telling that the person is missing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yes, sir. That only, sir.
No, in order to get a insurance proceed, you need a death certificate.
Oh.
And though there is a nomination in a policy, assuming like if I have nominated my wife or my mother or my father or a brother, normally insurer, if there is a dispute, insurer will ask a legal heir certificate, who are all the legal heir for that particular life. And there is a legal, there is a process. Now, if somebody is missing for so many years, that has to be come through a legal route. And if there is a death certificate has been provided, I think insurance companies will able to process the claim. We have been seeing a lot of over these years. I've seen a lot of disputes arising out of settlement claims, where within family members they will fight it across. I've seen the insurance proceeds is being claimed by wife, claimed by mother, and finally it has been it has gone to legal, where court will decide. So it is a lengthy process. So nomination is very important, and that is a very key thing. And missing person, I'm not able to figure it out. Missing in sense absconding.
Some days or some years that person is missing, but they cannot find out the person. At the time we claim.
As I was telling you, the death certificate is required.
Yes. Yes, sir.
If that has been provided, company will be able to process it.
Yes. Thank you, Sanjay. You can ask a question.
Thank you, Sanju.
Gokul, you can go ahead with the question.
And my question is, it is advisable to replace the policy with another one?
Gokul, konja sathama pesunga Gokul. Mellama kellu.
Sir, yes, sir, it is advisable to replace the policy with another policy, sir.
Again, insurance is a long-term contract, Gokul. So it is like for a period of say 5 years to 30-40 years, or even we used to cover whole life also products. So replacing a product is a discretion of the customer. If a customer wanted to get it replaced, they can replace it. Logic, probably 5 years before, I have taken a policy for a cover of say 1 crore. Another 5 years down the line, I don't see relevant 1 crore is sufficient. I wanted to increase to 2 crore or a 3 crore kind of a sum assured. So there is always a chance where a customer can rethink and replace that policy with a fresh policy, cancelling the other policy. Hope I have answered.
Yes. Thank you, Gokul. Mahalingam, you can ask a question.
Yes, Mr. Mahalingam, please.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Mahalingam.
Sir, your session was quite insightful, sir. I really loved it. Sir, my question to you is, as you know that LIC is going on an IPO in upcoming time. So how do you think it will impact the industry, and how do you think it will impact your market share, and how do you predict, sir, how it will go about?
That is not going to impact any of the private life insurance market share, because like the private life insurance, already we have eaten away LIC's market share for all these 20 years. In fact, we wish LIC should have come listed much before, because there are only 3 companies in India is been listed. One is ICICI Prudential, SBI Life, and HDFC Life. And now LIC is very late. They are coming up with this IPO. So which means a lot more transparency will be happening in LIC, because LIC is a huge financial organization. They fund the government and at the time of emergency or anything. the kind of unclaimed corpus left in LIC is huge. Okay, so this IPO will definitely help in more transparency in LIC. And of course, LIC is the big brother in this industry. In fact, we all learned life insurance sales from LIC.
Yeah.
So we are also looking forward.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Martin.
Charumati, please go ahead with the question.
Yeah, sir. Good morning, sir. I'm
Hi,
Charumati.
Saramati.
Yes, sir. What are the challenges you face while trying to convince a customer across all social channels?
Come again. The challenges.
You face while trying to convince customers?
Okay, through social
Data.
media.
No, I think she's asking the challenges you faced with customers across all social strata while you are convincing them to sell insurance.
Okay. See, it depends, Charamati. Like I've worked in different markets of Tamil Nadu. On a lighter note, when I was working in a small town called Gobichittipalayam, okay, where convincing a customer is very easy in Gobichittipalayam, where more of relationship, not product, not charges, not anything on the need based. It is pure relationship and some good interaction with the customer. The sale will happen. A place like Gobichittipalayam. Whereas a place in Chennai where the client meeting will happen at midnight and at client's office, and 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock early morning, the customer will cut a check after a detailed discussion review. The person will do a competitive analysis about the product which we are charging, the competition are charging. Everything will be discussed. So it depends on customers. We have opened open to any discussion with the clients. Be it a physical meeting or a digital meeting, we do a lot of client meetings in a digital format for NRI clients also. So that also normally takes half an hour or 45 minutes. It depends on clients' view. In many cases, customers like to speak about their business. Rather, me coming and explaining about my product, client will be very much interested to speak about their business or their profession, which we normally does. The final 5 minutes or 10 minutes only we talk about our product and the benefits, which maybe when you're out of college, when you're landing up in some industry, when you meet more number of customers, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. It depends on client per se, and of course geography matters. It depends on those steps. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Charumati. Venkatesh Prabhu, you can ask.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi, Venkatesh.
Sir, give some insights about IRDA exam, sir. IRDA exam.
Okay. IRDA, you want to know about IRDA?
Exams.
IRDA exams. Okay.
Exams. Yeah.
IRDA is a governing body, and that has that entity has instructed every salesperson to undergo a mandatory certification course, which will help in terms of reduce customer risk. Customers should have been given the right product based on their age, based on their income. The right selling practices should happen across insurance sales. So in order to protect the customers' needs, IRDA has mandated that every salesperson, be it a bank, a teller who sell a life insurance policy, or an agent who sell a life insurance policy, this mandatory exam should be completed with IRDA. So IRDA has nominated an independent body called Insurance Institute of India. So they conduct the mandatory exam, which anybody can apply, and you can get the certification as well. That will add value to your CV.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, like an AMFI exam, you can do this IRDA certification as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, sir, shall we take few more questions?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah, Tamilarasi, you can ask a question. You put in chat, you can unmute and ask a question. Yes, Tamilarasi, you can go ahead.
Tamilarasi currently pursuing second year MBA at DG Academy, sir.
Hi, Tamilarasi. Solunga, Tamilarasi.
Thank you for such an interesting session, sir. Sir, can you please throw some insights on what is InsurTech funding, sir?
Come again?
Sir, can you please throw some insights on what is InsurTech funding?
Sorry, Tamilarasi, you're so fast, I could not able to get it out.
InsurTech funding.
InsurTech funding, sir.
InsurTech funding.
Yes, yeah, InsurTech funding. That's what she has mentioned.
Can you be elaborate under what context you're asking this question, Tamilarasi?
Sir, because nowadays all banks are about InsurTech funding, sir. So, to know more about what is normally meant by InsurTech funding.
I'm not able to get your question right, Tamilarasi. Probably I'll note down this and I'll come back to Professor Savitri or Professor Sriraman or our Director Narayanan. I'll note down this question. I'll come back to you.
Tamilarasi, you can also write to him in detail.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that he will get back to you.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's good enough.
Yes, Divya, you can go ahead and ask your question.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Divya.
So thank you for such an informative session, sir. And my question is, how does data-driven marketing help the insurers to provide personalized advertisement campaigns, sir?
It depends. For our existing customers, we used to do it. So today morning, I'm based out of Chennai. My entire Chennai team will know which are all the customers based out of Chennai. They have birthdays today. And the first activity will be them to do a birthday wish. And they will highlight the importance of buying a protection policy. If they are growing every year old, the pricing of the protection will be higher. So that is one kind of an activity. Similarly, when we collect a lot of information with a customer in terms of their nomination, their family members, so we, our business intelligence team used to pool those data. Say in 2005, a customer would have purchased a policy for their children who were all the age of say 10. So by now, the particular person would have completed their studies. They would have employed in somewhere. So our business intelligence team work on those minute data and provide the sales team, provide the operations team to go and reach out to those customers to understand their current needs, and we go and present a life insurance product to them. So likewise, so the data science is very, very important, and it is very much every company understood this managing their existing customers, which will be a valuable resource for them to reach out to those customers when there is a new product launch, when there is a new product, a fund has been launched within the company. So there will be a customized communication will go to those customers, understanding their age, their income, so that we manage our data better. And similarly, you would have seen a lot of social media also in Facebook or Insta, where our company's ads used to come for a specific set of age bracket. So that is also, we do a lot of external marketing, and we do buy those data points and reach out to those customers.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Prabhu Shankar, you can ask your question.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vasudevan.
Good afternoon.
This informative session, and first let me, I think Professor Dr. Jagjeevan is your professor, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he
In
shared
fact,
the
during my graduation, Jagjeevan sir was my professor in Kungunadu Arts and Science College.
Untitled Arts, yes, fine. So he conveyed his regards to you, and he said that. Okay, fine. So my question is about. Can I ask some question about healthcare insurance? ICICI.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'll try to throw some light on it.
See, this normally when we go for any claims, right? Once we hospitalized, okay. If the companies have network with the hospitals, the process seems to be very easy, right? If suppose if ICICI has network with some hospital where we admitted, the process seems to be very easy, right? And apart from that, as you see, we have to pay the bills and we have to claim it later. So to what extent ICICI can help the patients in this process, the customers process?
Sir, under normal circumstances, the network hospital is almost, we have covered almost major hospitals in cities like Coimbatore, Chennai. The challenge came when there is high number of COVID medical claims happened. That is also, the company was ready to provide cashless treatment, but the hospital was not ready. So it was the hospital who would have insisted the patients or a patient's attender to pay the bills and then claim it later, because of they have loads of people waiting for admission. So they don't want to take that risk. In another way, like if it is a cashless treatment for a customer, the insurance company will be paying the money later point in sense 45 days to up to 60 days, or even some extreme cases 90 days or 180 days also. So most of the hospitals, they utilized this as an opportunity to get that money in advance. So they avoided the cashless treatment.
Cashless treatment.
Yeah, but post the second wave, there have been a lot of stress for health insurance companies in terms of settling claim. In fact, I got admitted in KG hospital for COVID treatment in the month of April. I got my claim settled through a cashless. But my wife got admitted in KMCH in May month of 2021. The claim got, I paid it and I did a reimbursement claim. And almost it took 6 to 8 months for that money to come back to my account. But the claim got settled. But the thing is, we have been told, though I'm a group employee, my employee's wife policy, but they say that the load is so huge, so it is practically next to impossible for them to settle the reimbursement claim in 30 days or 40 days. So it took almost 3 to 4 months in such extreme cases. I think now it is normalized, sir. It has been normalized, and every company insists on cashless only, because else the hospitals will take an advantage with the health insurance companies.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So one last question, shall we take?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last question, sir. Thank you.
Alexi, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself is Alakshi from First MBA. It
Yes,
was very
yes.
informative session. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
my question is, how do you overcome your stress level while you face these challenges, sir?
We work hard, we party hard, and at times we used to take break. Last week, after the entire financial year got over, the entire team, we traveled down to Ooty for a 3 days break. And at times, the company also provide a lot of avenues. Today, there is a celebration across all branches. We call it as Thanksgiving Day celebration. I'm also awaited in an important ceremony in my branch. We call it as Utsav. So we used to thank all the family members of our employees who tolerated one full year, the kind of pressure levels they would have handled. And we, a small gathering, the senior most person in the branches will address all the family members of the employees. We used to have some small games conducted in the branches, and gifts will be given to all members. So we call it as Utsav. So it has been celebrated across all ICICI Prudential branches today. Like that, I think there is a good outfit for every corporate employees to balance their work life. As I was telling you, post-COVID, a lot of companies insisted on the well-being of the employees. We had yoga, digital yoga sessions. We used to have digital Zumba sessions. We have a lot of health club membership given to employees so that they maintain their health in a good manner. So I think, like everybody, we also try to balance our work life.
Yes, thank you.
That's good to note.
So there are no more questions, sir. Shall we? Yeah, we'll have out of that. Thank you, sir. Indeed, it was a wonderful session. I could recollect my ICICI days. I was private bank at Mumbai branch. It's a great organization to work, and I could see.
You know Mr. Tallam Sri Kumar?
It was in 2006 and 7. That time we had one Mr. Girish Nair.
Okay, fine.
So the collaboration what Prudential and private bankers we used to have when we meet the HNIs to pitch an insurance was a great experience on those days. It's a great organization to work. Nice to get a lot of insights today, sir. So with this note, let me now invite Pranesh, our first MBA student, to propose to you a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, all. On behalf of DJ Academy for Managerial Excellence, and I would like to thank our today's speaker, Mr. M. Vasudevan, for sparing his valuable time with us today. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to thank our beloved director, Dr. AGV Narayanan, for his continuous encouragement and support. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our faculty members, students of DJAME, and all other participants for attending today's Alumni Connect. Thank you all and have a nice day.
Thank you, Vasudevan.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for this invite. Thanks, Professor Savitri Madam, Professor Sriraman sir, and Director Narayanan sir, for this wonderful opportunity to interact with the current batches of
Thank you. Have a nice
week.
weekend.
We'll come and meet you in person, sir.
We are looking forward to that.
Thank you, sir.